Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Okay, welcome to my channel. Regular viewers will know that recently I've been doing Director's First Films, a series there, but I'm just going to take a pause on that for a moment because I have still been finding loads of movies over the last month or so in thrift stores, so several quite sizable hauls. So I will just show you one of those hauls now and quite a variety of movies, so here we go. Okay, first up, it's a Blu-ray, still sealed, and it is from 1928, Spies, directed by Fritz Lang. Certainly sounds intriguing, this one, about an undercover agent trying to expose a criminal empire. This also includes a feature-length documentary with it as well, so yeah, Spies. And next we've got City of Men. So this is the follow-up to Fernando Meirelles' City of God. This is produced by him, but not directed by him. But yeah, City of Men. And next on the Kino Lorber label and directed by Bruno Dumont, starring Juliette Binoche. This is Camille Claudel 1915. I didn't know this movie existed. I do have the Bruno Nietzsche movie Camille Claudel, starring Isabelle Adjani and Gérard Depardieu. So about Camille Claudel, she was the mistress of the sculptor Rodin, who went into a sort of mental health decline. So yeah, be interested to see this one. Next, so pleased to find this, Abigail's Party, directed by Mike Leigh and with an absolutely astonishing performance from Alison Steadman. It amazes me that I'm such a big fan of Mike Leigh and yet I have so few of his actual movies in my collection. So yeah, glad to now have Abigail's Party. Next, not really a movie, but Bob Dylan, MTV Unplugged. I really like some of the MTV Unplugged series, so obviously Nirvana, Bruce Springsteen Plugged, Rod Stewart and Bob Dylan as well. These are my favourite ones of the MTV series. So yeah, glad to have a copy of this. Next, I don't think this one's too common. This is Gridlocked, directed by Vondi Curtis Hall and starring Tim Roth and the late Tupac Shakur, about musician buddies trying to kick their drug habit. Next, really interesting documentary. This is Watermark, which focuses on the photographer Edward Burtynsky, who does a lot of aerial photography and really he records landscapes and how water is used and abused and how it is polluted as well. So yeah, a really interesting one. I did go to see an exhibition of his photos at the Vancouver Art Gallery, and interestingly this DVD set here, which there's the actual DVD. But it also includes a series of his photos. And then we've got another documentary. I'm not too familiar with this one. It's called What Remains, and it focuses on a photographer, again, Sally Mann, who does a lot of photography, sort of recording decay, as I understand it. So I'm not familiar with her work, but I just thought this would be an interesting one to watch. Next, it's Woody Allen's first feature, and that is Take the Money and Run. Next, from 2005, we've got the Oscar-nominated Sophie Scholl, The Last Days. So this is based on true events about a young activist, anti-Nazi, during World War II, and part of a resistance group called the White Rose. Next, from 2007, a French film starring Mélanie Laurent, perhaps best known for many as being in Inglourious Bastards, but this is La Chambre des Morts, Chamber of Death, which they call here the French Silence of the Lambs. It's not actually a remake of Silence of the Lambs, but seems to be inspired by it. Next, now a little while back I actually stumbled across all of the Resident Evil movies and I picked those up in a thrift store, and lo and behold, here's another one, but this is a CGI one, so no Mila Jovovich in this one, but this is a Resident Evil Degeneration. Next, just a bit of nostalgic TV, a comedian who I had mixed feelings about. Sometimes I didn't like her style, at other times I found her very funny, and it is Victoria Wood, and this is An Audience with Victoria Wood. Next, interesting find this, I hadn't seen this before, from 1963, it is Ulysses, based on the James Joyce novel, and starring Milo O'Shea, him with the big eyebrows, as Leopold Bloom, and also Maurice Reeves as well, so yeah, could be quite an interesting one, this. Next, a bit of blaxploitation from 1973, what a great cover, this is Cleopatra Jones, starring Tamara Dobson and Shelley Winters. Next, really pleased to find this TCM set starring William Powell and Myrna Loy, the great couple who starred in 6 of the Thin Man movies. But here we have a whole set of other movies that they starred in together, and the movies included here are Manhattan Melodrama, Evelyn Prentice, Double Wedding, I Love You Again, and Love Crazy. Next, produced by Merchant Ivory, we've got this drama set in 1930s Kerala in India, and this is Before the Rains, starring Linus Roach and Jennifer Eel. Next, a classic from 1954, I haven't seen it before, it is Three Coins in the Fountain, directed by Jean Nugalesco, and starring Clifton Webb, an actor who I really like from The Man Who Never Was and Titanic, Louis Jourdan, Dorothy Maguire, and Rossano Brazzi. Next, I don't have high hopes for this, but I thought it could be a bit of fun. It is Lou Diamond Phillips in Bats. Next is a film where I've seen the remake, which stars Jennifer Connelly, but not the Japanese original, and that is Dark Water, directed by Hideo Nakata, who also directed Ringu. Okay, those are the movies I picked up at thrift stores, but I'll just end this video with 6 movies that I actually picked up that had just been left by the side of the road. Because, yes, here in the summer, people have yard sales, and then if stuff is left over, then they tend to just leave it out in a box with a free sign next to it. So yeah, I was just fortunate enough to walk past a place one day and came across a box of DVDs, and so I picked these ones up. Definitely pleased to pick this one up. I have seen this before. This is Not Quite Hollywood. So this is a documentary about Ozploitation cinema. So yeah, really great movies that are included on this documentary, particularly all the Brian Trenchard Smith ones. So yeah, a lot of fun to watch this. Do check out, I have got a video on my channel about Ozploitation movies, and quite a few people have seen that now, but yeah, I love Ozploitation stuff. So yeah, this is a great documentary. I don't really have high hopes for this, but this is late period Jean-Claude Van Damme and Vivica Fox in The Hardcore. And then we've got a Wes Craven movie, and this one stars Christina Ricci and Joshua Jackson, Cursed. From director Peter Berg, who also did Deepwater Horizon and Patriots Day, this is The Kingdom, starring Jamie Foxx and Jennifer Garner. And then not seen this one before. This is a Western from 1954, directed by Rudolph Mate. And this is Glenn Ford, Barbara Stanwyck, and Edward G. Robinson, The Violent Men. And then finally a movie from 2005, directed by John Borman, set in South Africa and about the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, starring Samuel L. Jackson and Juliette Binoche, In My Country. Okay, so how did you get on with those movies? Have you seen any of those? Let me know your thoughts and comments. Please do stick on my channel to watch my Director's First Films series. So I'm up to L now, so that video will be coming out shortly, and I will show you as well the other movies that I've picked up in hauls over the last few weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. Plenty more to come. Thanks very much for watching. All the best to you. Bye-bye.